Shalom. And let's start off by giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And salutation to the helpful lit, that's pushing the truth, cause the phone, cause earth, and truth and sincerity, and with charity, and is exalting the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh and is teaching in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. All right, I ran to this article. It's by The Guardian. It's about what happened in Brazil this past Saturday. So I'm gonna read. Brazil sends 200 troops to control lethal violence sparked by police strike. As many as 50 people have died in a crime wave, according to local reports. Espírito Santo's police stopped at work over pay dispute amid worst recession. So, just before I read the rest, get into the article, this really was just going on. Just the economy not doing good, man. Because Iran talking about dumping the U.S. dollar. So I just tell you that the U.S. dollar is really almost out the door, about to crash soon. Cause Brazil, they just getting worse down there, and other parts of other countries too. Probably don't know about for real, but all this is gonna lead up to is these elites trying to make mandatory that mark of the beast so folks could take it. Right now the dollar really is about to be out the door. And these Negroes, Latinos, and natives in here in America think everything gonna be all right in America, but this is coming to America too. Probably job losses, and resources like that gonna be low, because it's already resources low going down in Brazil, but I forgot it was another country said they low on, I think, lettuce or something like that, and they only can serve three per person. So it won't be long for things starting to hit in America. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read the rest of the article. Brazil's president has ordered 200 troops to the southeastern state of Espírito Santo, where a police strike in recent days sparked a wave of violence, including what is already believed to be dozens of murders. The law enforcement stoppage in a state struggling with a budget shortfall is the latest example of how depleted public finances amid Brazil's worst recession on record are crippling even basic health services, education, and security in some states. So that's what it is, It ain't no recession. It says worst recession on record. So it tells you that the dollar is nothing they can do. They can't pump no more money, man. The dollar is weak. Because Trump said it himself, said the dollar has no power no more. So what is, like I said, I just said earlier, it's going to lead to the mandatory mark of the beast. And then by them asking to send them troops in, the martial law troops, the army troops, that's going to bring about more chaos for real, because, the army troops don't play. They'll shoot to kill, they'll just start killing, whoever ain't following orders, They ain't gonna have no feeling towards, killing whoever, So read on. The crime surge in Espírito Santo, a small coastal state just north of Rio de Janeiro, began over the weekend after police on Friday stopped work because of pay dispute. Since then, local media and citizens with cell phone videos have broadcast scenes of chaos as thieves and other criminals appear to run rampant, particularly in the state capital, Vitória, and the suburbs home to about 2 million people. Read on. Local media reported that as many as 50 people have died during the period, an unusual high death toll for the state for such a short period. But a state security spokesman said that the government has not been able to make an official tally. They don't tell them it could be more than 50. So, part of the article said, I don't know if it's on this one, but I did read it. But one other articles I saw that said it was just 4 deaths in January. Now all of a sudden, when this happened, when the police they want to patrol the streets over this Saturday. Just like that, 50 or more deaths just happening over the weekend because of no protection. So just imagine the dollar collapse for real, and ain't no money, no nothing. Especially when it happens in America. Oh hell, man, it's gonna be a time that, like I said, be a time of Jacob's trouble and so forth. Gonna be a time never since it was a nation. I'm gonna read the rest of the schools in the area closed, as did public health clinics and other local state officials who argue they have no resources to raise wages, have already replaced the police commander and said they would not renew negotiations with officers until they return to work. So, that's that situation going down there in Brazil and that part of the city and Rio de Janeiro, they catching hell too. They ain't got resources for real, so all it's gonna lead to the Jacob's trouble, man. Which it most definitely could be this year, start this year, all hell could break loose. So I'm just gonna get the scripture real quick on that. Salakia. It's Jeremiah 30:7. It's Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So yeah, it's gonna be a great tribulation, great time of distress. Amongst you Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, which you are the children of Israel. You are the true Israelites of the Bible. You are 12 tribes. It's gonna be a time. Never since it was a nation, but he shall be saved out of it. That he, that goes into the apostles, the elders, and the Sisiach, the ones that's laboring, is pushing this truth, doing this work of Yahbashim Yashai, and it's not wavering, the 144,000, the hope for lit, like I said, hopefully I'm part of that number. That's the ones that's gonna be saved out of it and protected, and have gonna have that hedge protection during when the time when all hell break loose, cause like I said, it could definitely be this year, But I'm gonna go to Second Ezra's, and also Second Ezra's chapter 15. This is on Second Ezra's chapter 15, chapter 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 15, for the sword and the destruction drive nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. So yeah, that's the time. There's a time that we could be definitely coming into this year. The sword, the martial arts troops coming in, killing people, killing you Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, these other tribes of Israel, cause y'all didn't come back to y'all power, which is y'all about Shai. Y'all didn't hearken on to the word of the Lord. Y'all kept worshiping other gods, and now time has come. Now the Lord is finna, he's gonna pull his mercy away from you 12 tribes, cause grace period is really almost over with. It's really getting close to being over with. I said this could be the year everything just go, haywire. You could say out of control, and folks could, start going at each other, nation against nation. 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So you got that going on. You got uprisings going on, not just here in America, but around the four corners of the earth as well. With their governments and so forth. They not regarding their kings and princes as well. Not just the situation here with Trump. Folks, not liking what he doing, executive orders and all that, but all around the four corners, really. You got sedition among men, and they're not regarding their kings and princes. Their heads, of power. 17. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. That's going to the martial law. Martial law declared, because there's gonna be more uprisings, especially here in America, against Trump and what he's doing. So the more things he's gonna do, going forward, and people not gonna like it. It's gonna be total anarchy and chaos, like the chaos just happened down there in Brazil on Saturday. Like I said, it only takes a couple of days, and that could be the start of just great tribulation. Horrific times going forward. 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. I know in the article it said, I don't know if it was an article, but I know one of the articles I read before that one, before the one I just read to y'all. I'm reading, so I could read, or I was reading. It said that there's men and women and kids locked up in their houses, man, because the stuff that was going on, because when the police went on strike, they was locked up in their houses. They was afraid, and that what happened down there. 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. So, yep. So that's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen. There's gonna be more going on down there in Brazil, more, and come to America and all across the four corners of the earth. Cause all hell is just gonna break loose, man. Cause the dollar ain't got too long, and the U.S. dollar ain't got too long for its crash. Cause it's the world currency, and Iran talking about dumping it. So it ain't no good. Cause Trump said the dollar ain't no good anymore. So it's just gonna lead to total, like I said, total chaos. When that happens, and they're gonna make the chip mandatory for people to take it. Cause already voluntary folks taking, but it's gonna be mandatory because the dollar ain't gonna be no good no more soon. This Federal Reserve note that these Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, they think that it's gonna keep going on, not knowing that it's set up for to fall. The dollar, U.S. dollars is set up for collapse. So they could go into that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. So I ain't want to make this too long, and I just want to bring that out. Hopefully this was edifying. Again, like give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Rashad, double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Citation to the hopefully lit, disposition of truth, called the four corners of earth for truth and sincerity, and this exalting the name of Yahweh Bashim Rashad, and his teaching in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, to the apostles and elders, and to the Sissit Akim, disposition of truth, across the four corners of the earth, and do it to the end, because this could be the year. This could really be a real heavy year, and all things could really pop off. All hell could break loose, and this could be a year that hopefully America go down, and hope this be the year that Yahushua returns, and and hopefully be delivered out of the trouble to come, and from the nuclear missiles. So to the Sissit, that's doing work, stay focused and don't get weak, don't waver, no matter what. comes about. Just endure, endure the things that is coming. And pray to Yahweh Shem Shai to make you mentally strong. To overcome the things that's about to come. On this world, and on America as well. On the times of Jacob's trouble. It could begin any day. So with that, I like to say shalom.